Okay. Okay. So is my voice audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So in the last class we started discussing regarding single phase AC circuits, and in that we started discussing on instantaneous power and average power. Okay, so average power is one. Once you calculate the instantaneous power, you have to calculate the average value by integrating it over one time period, of the voltage, source voltage. Okay, right. So by doing that, we have observed that for the general voltage and current time domain functions, the instantaneous power expression was shown here, which has two terms, and if you are calculating the average value of that, we observe that it is equals to Vm Im by 2 into cos of theta minus phi. Okay, theta and phi are the phase angles of voltage and current. Okay, right. If it's an element, that theta and phi corresponds to voltage across the element and phi corresponds to current flowing through the element. If it's a network, then it is the voltage applied to the network and current delivered or entering into the network. Okay, so this is what we have seen in the last class. So let's see one example based on this. Okay, so what they are saying is, right, given the time domain voltage, they have given the voltage v of t in time domain function 4 into cos of pi into t by 6 volts. Find both the average power and an expression for the instantaneous power that result when the corresponding phasor voltage, given as V is equals to 4 at an angle of 0 degrees volts, 0 degrees, is applied across the impedance 2 at an angle of 60 degrees. Okay, so that means you have a voltage source and an impedance connected in series, that's all. And voltage expression is also given. So they are asking us to find out the average power and the expression for the instantaneous power. Okay, so try to do this. You have simply a voltage and an impedance connected in series, that's all. Okay, so try to find out the current and then try to find out the instantaneous power and average power.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, average power is equal to 2.
average power is equals to 2. Okay,
2 watt.
okay, what is the
And
expression for instantaneous power?
8 cos pi t by 6 into cos pi t by 6 minus 60. And solving, I mean, splitting in two term, it will become 4 cos 60 plus 4 cos 2 pi t, 2 pi t by 6 minus 60.
Okay, 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 maybe something similar to that. We will see that step by step. Okay, so first thing is the voltage which was given in phasor form that I have shown here, and the corresponding impedance I have connected. So I can find out the current phasor. So V divided by the corresponding impedance. So 2 at an angle of minus 60 you will get simply V divided by Z. So if I write that in as a function of time, so it will have the same frequency as that of the voltage. So pi by 6 into t minus 60 degrees. Since you have phase angle of minus 60, this is your current expression. Okay, so what will be the instantaneous power expression? It will be simply V of t into I of t. That will be your instantaneous power. Okay, so if you do that, you are going to get this kind of expression. This is similar to what we have done yesterday. Okay, so Vm into cos of omega t and Im into cos of omega t minus phi. Okay, these two are similar to that. So if you multiply and use that cos formula, cos a plus b plus cos a minus b 2 cos a cos b, something like that. So you are going to get this kind of expression. This general expression we have already seen. right? So first term will be Vm Im by 2 into cos of theta minus phi, and second term will be Vm Im by 2 into cos of 2 into omega t plus theta plus phi, right? So this P of t is similar to that, correct? Right. So after that, you have to calculate the average value of this P of t, which is nothing but your average power. Okay. So we have already seen if it's a function of time, then over an average period it is going to become 0. That means your second term will become 0, and the average value of this P of t function will be only the first term, which will be 2 watts. Okay. So if you do that, this is what you are going to do, and this is your average value, which is 2 watts you are going to get, right? This is simple. Yesterday what we have discussed is the same thing. We are dealing with a problem. So okay, so the expressions are similar to that. Only thing is here theta is equals to 0 and phi is equals to 60 degrees, right? Phi is equals to minus 60. So these all are given. Okay, is it clear? So everyone is able to do this or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you see in the above last expression also, we have seen average power, we have concluded at Vm Im by 2 into cos of theta minus phi. Okay. If you substitute straight away those values here also, you will get the same thing. Vm is 4, Im is 2, right? Im is 2 here, divided by 2 into cos of theta minus phi. Theta is equals to 0 minus of minus 60. Okay. So it will become plus 60, right? So if you do that also, you will get 2 watts straight away. Okay, but this is the actual process to arrive that. Okay, so I hope this is clear for everyone. If anyone has doubt, ask now. Okay, anyone is having doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, okay then. So here Z is given as 2 at an angle of 60 degrees. Can you guess what is the nature of the element? What could be the elements present in this Z?
Inductor, sir.
Inductor.
Inductor. So that means resistance plus inductor. Okay, right. You have resistor connected with inductor. How you are going to say that?
Current is leading, sir.
Sir, angle equal to positive.
Current is leading the voltage. That's why.
In fact, current is lagging with respect to voltage. Okay, so that's why it is an inductor. Or if you see this impedance Z is equals to 2 at an angle of 60 degrees, they are saying. That means you are having something real term plus j omega L. Okay, right? So that's why you are getting plus 60. Okay, so if you are getting plus 60 in the impedance, okay, plus some value phase angle, so that means the nature of your load is inductive. Okay, is it clear, right? So plus j omega L only will give you plus some phase angle. Okay, so that's why we can say that the nature of the load can be resistance plus inductance. Okay, so I am saying that if you clearly observe, I am saying that it is the nature of the load. I am saying inductor, but I am not saying inductor alone. Okay, so what I am trying to say is, so my question now is, Z, in Z you are having resistance, right or wrong? One term is resistance.
Yes,
Resistance is there. And if you talk about the other term, that means imaginary term within the Z, it is inductance nature, that is sure. But it is only inductance, or it can be a combination of inductance and capacitance. You are getting my question or not? It is only, we can say straight away that you have only resistance and inductance in the impedance, or you can have resistance, inductance, and capacitance also can be there in this Z. Can anyone say that it is only R plus j omega L, or it can be R plus j omega L minus jxc?
Yes, sir, it can be capacitor is also.
It can be plus j omega minus j omega.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is it can be, we can have capacitance also in this impedance, but the complete nature, if you see, it is inductance. That means even if you have a capacitor, the inductive reactance has more value than the capacitive reactance. That means your XL minus XC, if you do, you are getting some positive value, right? So the imaginary term is positive value. So we can't say that only resistor and inductor are present in the impedance. It can be possible to have resistance, inductance, and capacitance also in this impedance Z, as of this circuit is concerned. But inductive reactance has higher magnitude than the capacitive reactance. Okay, so nature is, overall nature is inductive nature. Okay, resistance versus inductive nature. Okay, I hope you understand this. Okay, so we'll go forward. Clear now how to solve this problem to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, so we'll see this. So if you talk about average power, two special cases are interesting to consider. Okay, right. So the average power delivered to an ideal resistor, that is one thing, and average power delivered to an ideal reactor. Okay, ideal reactor means any combination of only capacitors or only inductors. Okay, that means we are considering two cases. One is only resistance present in your impedance, and only reactance present in your impedance. Okay, so reactance can be a combination of number of inductors or a combination of number of capacitors. Okay, so we'll see that what happens in that scenario. Okay, so average power absorbed by an ideal resistor. Okay, so what happens in that scenario? The phase angle difference between the current through and the voltage across a pure resistor is 0. Okay, you know that, no? So if you are considering only resistor, the phase angle difference between the voltage across the resistor and current flowing into the resistor will be 0. Okay, so what happens in that case? You are going to get the power absorbed by the resistor as Vm Im by 2, since cos of theta minus phi is equals to 1. Okay, so the same expression you can write in two other forms, which is given here: I max square into R divided by 2, or V max square divided by 2 into R. Okay, so for resistor alone, to calculate the power absorbed, we can use any of these formulas. Okay, right, all are coming from the same basic expression. Okay, clear. In the above expression, the average power delivered to resistor, the Vm and Im are voltage across and current through the resistor. Okay, so remember that in this expression, when you are calculating the power absorbed by an ideal resistor, okay, you should make sure that the voltage Vm and the current Im corresponds to voltage across the resistor and current flowing into the resistor. Okay, right. So this you should remember. You can't take the voltage from the source terminal and calculate the power absorbed by the resistor. Okay. Yeah.
So why it is half?
Okay. You might have already studied formula for power absorbed by the resistor. What you have studied? Can you say that?
VI, sir.
V
In terms of current,
I square
I
R.
square R. Okay. Okay. I square R is the formula you have studied. So that is correct. Okay. What is that I stands for in that?
The current is entering the resistor.
No. First of all, that I is
RMS current.
RMS current. Okay. So I is RMS current. What is I here? It is given as IM. IM means IM is maximum value. If you see, this VM and IM are coming from our basic thing what we have considered, right here. Okay, So Vm and Im are coming from V of t and I of t. So here this is Vm, that means maximum value or the amplitude of your time domain function. Okay. Similarly, Im stands for maximum value of the current. Okay. So you told that I square into R is the power absorbed by the resistor. In that case, I is the RMS value. Here it is the maximum value. That's why you got that by 2. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. After that, we will discuss what is RMS value. Then we will come back to your what you have told just now. Okay. Okay. Right. So the average power absorbed by the pure resistor. The average power delivered to any device which is purely reactive. Okay. So react we are discussing regarding reactive element. So that contains no resistor must be 0. Okay. Why? You have seen that average power formula is Vm Im by 2 into cos of theta minus phi. Okay. In that case, theta minus phi will be how much for a pure reactor? What is that theta minus phi value can be equal to? Okay, it can be equal to plus 90 or minus 90 based on the element. So in that scenario, cos 90 will become 0 and your average value will become 0. So this is a direct result of 90 degrees phase difference which exists between voltage and current for a reactive element. So in that case, cos of theta minus phi is equals to cos plus or minus 90, that is equals to 0, and average power for reactive element. So that's why I have written Px is equals to 0. Okay. So for a pure resistor, it's Vm Im by 2, and for a pure reactor, it is going to become 0. Okay. Pure reactor means only the inductance or only capacitance. Okay. Therefore, the average power delivered is 0. The instantaneous power is 0 only at specific instants. Thus, the power flows into the network for a part of the cycle and out of the network during another portion of the cycle with no power lost. Okay, so what the second statement says, if you are considering only a reactive element and trying to observe what is the power across it, the average value is going to become 0. And instantaneous power will be 0 only at specific instants of time. Okay. And the power flows into the network for a part of the cycle and out of the network during another portion of the cycle. That means reactive element will absorb power for some time and another half of the cycle it will try to deliver it back to the source. Okay. So no power is actually lost. It is only transferring from source to load for some time, and after that load means here reactor. Okay, so and again it is transferring back to the source. So the average power consumed by any pure reactive element is 0. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay then, so based on these conclusions we will quickly see one small problem and then we'll go ahead. Okay, so here they are asking calculate the average power delivered to an impedance of 6 at an angle of 25 degrees. Okay, by the current I is equals to 2 plus j5. Okay, so try to calculate the average power delivered to this impedance. You have Z and you have current I. Okay, just now we have seen some formula for average power. Okay, which is Vm Im by 2 into cos of theta minus phi. Okay, so
32.311 upon 2 and angle 93.19.
you're talking about power.
Yes, sir. Average power 32.311 upon 2 and angle 93.19.
Okay, you are getting angle also. Okay, okay, let's see that. But how you approached this? How you did try to solve that?
Sir, First I converted, sir, that 2 plus j5 into root 29 and then angle tan inverse 2.5, sir, and I multiplied it with the. Oh, sorry, sir. I got my mistake. Sorry, sir.
Okay. So this impedance also, I think you should break. Okay, you should write into real and imaginary terms. Okay. Anyway, try to solve that. Did anyone able to get it?
78.
10.87.
70.
7.
78 point something what? Someone is saying something else?
10.87.
10.87.
77.
Okay. Let's see that. Right. So impedance is given to you, which is 6 at an angle of 25 degrees. So first of all, you have to make into real and imaginary terms. Okay. If you break into that fashion, you will have some resistor and plus j omega L. Okay. You have the current, which was given in rectangular form. You can convert into polar form and get the maximum value of that. So Imax is available to you, and R. After converting this impedance into rectangular form, you will get R also. Okay, right. So then you will have formula like Imax square into R divided by 2 to get the average power. Right, because the reactive term within the impedance will not consume any average power. Only the real term, which corresponds to resistance, only will consume the average power. Okay, so you have to calculate Imax square into R divided by 2 to get the average power consumed by this. Okay, let's see that. Right, so this is your Z. You have to break into real and imaginary parts. So this real term corresponds to, you can consider it as 2 equivalent resistance. Okay, and this is your reactive term. Okay, so this is your resistance, you can consider that. And current, after converting into polar form, you are going to get this one amplitude. So Imax square into R divided by 2. So this one square divided by 5.43 divided by 2. Right. So if you do that, you are going to get 78.85 watts. Okay. So based on the formula just now what we have seen, which is given as Imax square into R by 2 or Vmax square divided by 2R. Okay. So this formula is applicable for us, Imax square into R by 2, because I is given here. Right. So this is simple calculation only. So if you do that, you are going to get power of 78.85 watts. Okay. So this is the power consumed by the resistance present within the impedance given here. Okay. Right. So it's clear, or anyone has doubt in this?
Clear, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah. Any doubt?
If we calculate, yes, sir. If we calculate P of T by instantaneous power.
See, to calculate P of T, you should have the voltage first. Okay. So if you want to do that, you have to consider this current and multiply with corresponding impedance here, shown here. Then you will get V of T. Okay. You are understanding, na? So this is a current flowing
Yes,
through
sir.
this impedance. So you multiply these two. Okay. Then you will get V of T, and I of T you are having. Okay. Right. So from that V of T and I of T, you can calculate the average power.
Sir,
and that should also be same as this one. You have
Sir.
anything other doubt?
Yes, sir. In same, sir.
Okay, you can cross.
got
You can
V of-
you calculated V of t.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
V
if
of
you
t
have,
is multiplied with 5.38 at an angle of 68.2.
okay,
And then, sir,
You-
it will become 77, sir.
77. Maybe some decimals are changed, but you check it properly when you are converting that. You should not get that much difference. Maybe 78 point something is fine. Okay. So anyway, the methodology is same, but you cross check it once. Okay. So both should get
Okay.
approximately the same value. You do that. Okay. So cross check it once. Mostly it will be close to this value only. It will not be 77. 78 point something you can get. Okay. Based on number of decimals you have considered, maybe 1 decimal or 2 decimals you have considered. Okay. But the method is the same thing. You have to calculate V first and then I. I is already there. So you know theta and you know phi straight away from that. Okay. So Vm Im into cos of theta minus phi divided by 2. If you do that, you will get the same power. Okay.
We get V from I by Z, sir.
No, V is equals to I into Z, right? So Z is there with
correct,
you
correct.
and I is there. So V is equals to I into Z you do. So you will get V, right? So Vm will be there and Im will be there into cos of theta minus phi will be there divided by 2 if you do. You should get approximately the same answer.
That one is instantaneous power, no, sir. The average and instantaneous would be almost same, sir.
No. Eh, that V of t into I of t will be instantaneous power. But if you are if you see the average value of that instantaneous power, you are getting two terms, and first term is a constant and second term integrated over one time period will become 0. Okay. So if you are calculating the average, you have to integrate. Okay, right. Once you do the integration, second term is of 0 value. Okay, so that's why I straight away told Vm Im by 2 into cos of theta minus phi. Okay. Right. Okay, so we'll go through this problem. So this will give more clear picture. Find the average power absorbed by each of the three passive elements in the circuit below, and also find the average power supplied by each source. So that is what is the question, right? So this is your circuit. So they have given three elements. One is inductive reactance, capacitive reactance, and resistor, and two sources are there. Okay, so you can apply any method to find out the power absorbed, average power absorbed by all these three elements. Okay, so try to solve this. I have approached mesh analysis, so that's why I have given two mesh currents, I1 and I2. Maybe you can also approach the same method, or you can use any method. Maybe nodal analysis also you can use. Okay, so try to find out. The question is calculate the average power consumed by all the three elements. So try to do this.
Sir, before sum, we need to integrate from T1 to T2, no, sir. For getting the average power from instantaneous power, what will be the T1 and T2, sir? It's before sum.
Okay, T1 will be 0 and T2 is nothing but your time period capital T. Okay, so you know omega is equals to 2 into pi into f. So f is 1 by t. So it will be considered as capital T. That means entire time period of your voltage, this one voltage signal. You're understanding, na?
Sir, but the time period we need to find, no, sir.
If you see the time period straight away comes from your voltage only, na? Okay, you will go to the back thing. Okay, right. So here let's assume some time period. Okay, so you are having some phasor, right? This is one phasor, and this is also, I mean, impedance is complex form, and this is also one phasor. Okay, you can assume some time period that you can write in terms of some fine function. So let's say you are getting some 5.23 at an angle of 60 degrees, something you got, no? Okay, so if you write in terms of time function, what will be then? 5.38 into cos of omega t, you write, plus 68.2. Okay, voltage will also have the same frequency. Okay, once you multiply this impedance with this current, you will get some voltage. Magnitude you will be able to know, and phase angle you will be able to know. If your phasor multiplication, if you do, you will get voltage also something in polar form like this. Okay, right. So that will also have the same time period as that of current. Correct, no? Right. But if you see in the previous expressions, when we calculated average power for the general voltage and current expressions, I have not specified what is the time period t value. I have simply integrated between 0 to t, and your second term has become 0. If you see here,
Yes, sir. I remember, sir.
yeah, this one, right? So I have not specified what is the t value, but if you do the integration, you observe that the first term is going to remain constant. Okay, second term, whatever may be the time period, it is going to become 0, right? Because it will convert into sine, and okay, right. So whatever time period, it will become 0 second term. First term is not going to affected with time. Okay, so without knowing time period also, you can solve using the same method.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so try to do this. Apply mesh analysis for first mesh and second one also, and try to get the two equations.
Sir,
Yeah.
I1 and
So
I2 become same, sir.
I1 and I2 became same. I don't think
Minus
so.
J10 minus J.
I don't think so. It will not be like that mostly. So check it out one more time. I1 means this capital I1 phasor you are talking.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they will not be equal, I think so mostly. Okay, so please cross check it once. So I1 and I2 phasors will not be equal. So try to write the mesh equation for first mesh, and then
Yes,
for
sir.
second mesh, and then you.
Sir, it will minus J10. I1 equal to.
Sir, you are not audible.
Yes, guys.
सर फिर चले गए क्या?
लगता तो ऐसे।
वाइजैक में आ गया।
कल के बारे में पूछेगा सबसे।
अरे यार छुट्टी होगी तो मेल आ जाएगा तुम्हारे पास, खत्म बात।
भाई क्लास
तुम्हारा
खत्म हो गई क्या? क्लास खत्म हो गई क्या?
तुम्हारा हॉलीडे है क्या?
साई वही बात चल रही है अभी। मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड रहना होगा ना, कल अगर मेल नहीं आया तो।
बोलोगी कि सर हमें छुट्टी दे दो कल, और वो मान जाएंगे।
पूछ सकते हैं ना है या नहीं।
हाँ पूछ सकते हैं, पूछ लेना।
हाँ, तुम ही पूछोगी। नहीं।
अरे कल तो छुट्टी है।
आयुषी तो ही पूछेगी। तो पूछेगी तो क्या? तो
क्लास
पूछेगी तो क्या बता सर
रिप्रेजेंटेटिव।
हाँ भी कर दे।
तुमको सीआर बनाया गया है ना?
सीआर बना दिया तेरे को।
ओ
अभी वोट डाल लेते हम तो। जो भी चाहता है ये आयुषी सीआर बन जाए बोल दो। रेस कर दो।
फाइनल ईयर 1 गया अब।
हाँ, अब अपना भी एक सीआर है चलो। मैडम कहाँ गई?
कौन है सीआर
रुक
अपना?
पूछता हूँ।
भास्कर।
आयुषी।
हाँ
अच्छा भाई, जो भी सीआर है वो अपना खास है।
अच्छा
चले गई आयुषी।
आ गई ना। तेरी आवाज नहीं आ रही।
यहीं पे चुपचाप बैठ के सुन रही थी सब।
पानी के
अरे
नीचे है,
बट
पानी के नीचे।
दिख नहीं रहा यार।
ये तो है।
क्या देखना है तुझे? क्या देखना है?
सर आ गए, सर आ गए।
फिर से करना पड़ेगा क्या?
कहाँ गए हैं?
सर कहाँ आए हैं?
आ गए क्या? होस्ट कौन है? आयुष प्रधान।
भाई ऐसे ऐसे डराया मत करो यार।
वही तो।
भाई कहाँ आता
आज सुनो।
कोई भी कुछ भी बोलने लग जाएगा, सब सुन लेंगे। हाँ।
हाँ वही तो।
कहाँ गई है आयुषी? जगत गैंग वॉर। अरे
आयुषी
भाई गैंग वॉर।
पूछना अभी। कल के लिए पूछना।
हाँ, ये बोल क्यों नहीं रही? अरे गैंग वॉर जी।
पूछना नहीं है, सर से पूछना नहीं है, सर को बताना है कि सर कल छुट्टी है।
सही बोल रहा है भाई, सही बोल रहा है।
और क्या।
मैं तो ऑन करके सो जाऊंगा भाई, मेरे को बस रेस्ट चाहिए भाई। सुबह से
क्यों
शाम
यार,
तक ढक
जैसे
देते हैं, उठने की देर नहीं होती।
तो क्या बैठ के हंस क्यों रही है? कुछ बोल भी सही।
आयुषी का कार्य है हमारे शिक्षक गण से
भाई वो
निवेदन और
सीआर है वो।
आवेदन करने।
भाई वो सीआर है, पीछे नाम में भी तो देख, गैंग वॉर, गैंग
ये क्या?
चलाएगी।
सर आ गया क्या?
गैंग वॉर। कातिल भाई, कातिल।
हाँ।
अरे बता के ऐड करना, पता पड़े मैं बोलता जाऊं, मेरे लग जाएंगे ढंग से।
इस आशुतोष प्रधान को बोलो भाई।
भाई आशुतोष प्रधान भैया सुन लो यार, अभी कॉलेज पहुंचा नहीं, उससे पहले निकाल देगा साला। बाकी सब क्यों नहीं बोल रहे? मौन व्रत रखा है क्या सबने? अबे करवा चौथ नहीं है भैया, ऑन कर लो अपना माइक। अरे यार सब शांत है।
अरे लीव कर रहे हैं सब।
भाई कैसे शर्माते हैं, क्या होगा इस दुनिया का।
फिर उसके बाद बात करते हैं मीटिंग रखने की।
वही तो यार, मतलब कैसे कॉलेज में रहेंगे ये लोग।
क्या पता है यार। सब लोग कौन कौन है वैसे यहाँ पर? आयुषी भी चलेगी शायद। आयुषी भी चलेगी।
अरे
सर ने
रुक,
क्लास।
ग्रुप दूसरी क्लास तो नहीं स्टार्ट कर दी? अबे ग्रुप देखने दो मेरे को। अरे नहीं,
भाई
ग्रुप में कोई एक्टिव नहीं है।
मैंने कल शाम के 5 बजे के बाद ग्रुप में एक भी मैसेज नहीं खोला। अभी मैं बताऊं, 1296 मैसेजेस है ग्रुप पे अपने।
बाप रे। अरे
1300 होने दो।
चेक करना तो
हाँ भाई, ये
तो-
एक इशू है कि पता नहीं चलता
अरे
भाई क्या
हाँ।
इंपॉर्टेंट बात चल रही है मीटिंग वगैरह की, इसमें मैसेज डालते हो।
समरी करके कोई बोल दे ऐसे। अरे वहां पे सर ने चालू तो नहीं कर दी क्लास?
अरे अब क्या करेंगे भाई, ये 5 मिनट है, अब क्या करेंगे? कुछ नहीं कर रहे। सस्ता नेट यूज करते हैं, काय बात की प्रोफेसर है।
वो भी यही सोच के कर रहे हैं कि अगर पूरा क्लास जाते तो हम लोग छुट्टी मांग लेते।
तो वही आ रहा है अगर
अबे
मीटिंग फिर
दूसरी
चालू।
क्लास स्टार्ट कर दी, वो कह रहे हैं लिंक दो वे।
लिंक। लिंक कौन कह रहा है?
मांग रहा हूँ ग्रुप में।
एक बार इसे को लीव करके करते हैं फिर।
अरे ये पूछ रहा है सर।
ये क्या
नहीं
हुआ
हुई
सब?
स्टार्ट अभी, नहीं हुई।
अबे बाढ़ में जान दो, वैसे ही
पूछ
मैंने
रहा है
सुनना
भाई, वो
है।
बता नहीं रहा है। उसने पूछा है कि सर ने स्टार्ट कर दी क्या।
हाँ वो
मैं
पूछ रहा
पूछ रहा
था।
हूँ, वो सामने से
और अभी
प्रांजल
नहीं
कह
हुआ।
रहा, दत्ता त्यागी स्टार्ट हो गई। ये अलग ही लेवल
भाई
खेल ले,
क्या है ये?
तो खोलो भाई।
भाई सी बना दी यार।
ज्वाइन हो रहा है तो इसी में हो रहा है डायरेक्ट ज्वाइन।
वही तो।
क्यों नहीं चल रहा है यार?
कोई
सर को पढ़ाना नहीं होता तो क्लास क्यों रखते हैं?
बोल रहे हैं यार,
सर
इससे बढ़िया तो अपनी बंदियों से बात कर ले जाए।
सर के मतलब शायद लोकेलिटी में बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का।
भाई नहीं रखना चाहिए ना फिर क्लास, मजा नहीं आता ऐसे।
इतने लोग
और अभी
बचे हैं, सब निपट गए क्या? गए क्या सब?
टीचर्स लोग हम लोग को बोलते हैं कि कुछ भी लेम से एग्जाम नहीं दे पाए, टेक्निकल रीजन, तो आई एम नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल। और इसमें हम लोग का गलती है क्या?
सर आ गए, सर आ गए।
Okay, so did you solve that problem? Hello? Did you solve that problem? Hello,
Yes, sir.
you are able to hear my voice, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So sorry with that, with some technical issue, I lost the connection. So did you try doing this problem or not? You are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So try to do that. So what did you get? For
Sir, 0 for
0 for current.
sir J2.
Okay, so we'll go in steps. So this is your first loop. So did you get this kind of equation for loop 1? I mean mesh current 1. Sorry. Right. So if you see here, you are going to get this kind of expression for the mesh 1. Okay. So it starts with from this loop. Okay. So you are going to get plus J2 plus, okay, this one plus J2 plus I1 minus I2 into 2 and minus 20 at an angle of 0 degrees. So if you could write in this fashion, this will be your equation 1. Did anyone get this or not? Hello, you are able to hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so did anyone get this equation or not?
Yes, sir, I got.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So what about equation 2 for mesh 2? We'll see that. So you should get something like this. Did everyone got it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, simple mesh analysis only. We have already seen that. So you have to start from this point and or complete mesh. You have to write the equations. So you'll get this kind of expression for equation 2. Okay, so after that you can
Sir,
calculate
I got 80 watt and 49.5 watt
which one?
power delivery. 80
Power
watt and 49.5 watt.
50 watts and
Sir,
49.5
80 watt.
watts.
80 watt and 49.5.
80 and 49.5. Okay, so that
Yes.
is the power. Which power you are talking about? Power delivered from the source
Sir,
or?
power supplied. Sir, source.
Okay, power supplied from the source. Okay, let's see that whether my answer is matching with you or not. Okay, so these two are the equations from mesh analysis you will get, and from that you can calculate. Your objective is to calculate I1 and I2 phasors here, right? So you have got, this is your delta value. So after that you have to find out delta 1 and delta 2. Okay, so to do that you have to replace in this. For delta 1 you have to replace this column 1 with 0 and minus 10, sorry, 20 at an angle of 0 degrees and minus 10, right? That is done, and delta 1 you can calculate, and similarly delta 2 also you can calculate. This all you are all familiar with this, right? So after that you can calculate I1 and I2. So I am getting I1 is equals to 11.8 at an angle of minus 63.43 degrees, and I2 this much value 7.07 at an angle of minus 45 degrees. Did anyone got these results or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so some of you have already got. So others, if your result is not matching with this, please check it one more time. Okay, so you should get I1 and I2 equal to this one, right? These values. So what is the current flowing through this 2 ohms resistor? It should be I1 minus I2, which is given as 5 at an angle of minus 90 degrees. Okay, so you will get current flowing through the 2 ohm resistor as this value. Okay, so now you try to calculate what is the power absorbed by the resistor. What could be the power absorbed by the resistor?
I1 minus.
Power absorbed by the resistor is simple formula Imax square into R divided by 2. Or if you want, you can find out the voltage across the resistor also. Okay, then Vm into Im divided by 2 into cos of theta minus phi. You can do that. So phi was observed to be minus 90 degrees here. If you calculate the voltage across the resistor, will also have the same minus 90 degrees. Okay, if you want, you can calculate that voltage at this point with respect to this reference. Voltage at this node, center node, is the voltage across this resistor. So if you cross check it, you will observe that the voltage will also have the same phase angle of minus 90 degrees. Okay, or otherwise you can use this straight away, use this formula. PR is equals to Vm Im square into R divided by 2. Okay, so did anyone got this value for current I1 minus I2? 5 at an angle of minus 90.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you have got that, simply Imax square into R divided by 2. If you do that, you are going to get the power consumed, average power absorbed by this resistor. Okay, right. So what will be the average power absorbed by this inductor?
0.
Zero. What could be the average power absorbed by this capacitor?
0.
That will also be 0. If you want, you can cross check it. You can find out, well, since you know the current, you can find out the voltage across this and then use the same formula Vm Im by 2 into cos of theta minus phi. In that scenario, you will get the first term to be 0 and the second term integrated over time period will also become 0. That means the average power consumed by inductive reactance or capacitive reactance over one time period. Since average is over one time period, it will be 0. So the first part of the question is, what is the power absorbed by the three passive elements? So what are that? For resistor, it is 25 watts. You have seen here. For inductor, there is no need to calculate. If you want, you can calculate and cross check it. You will get 0 for inductive reactance and 0 for capacitive reactance. The second part of the question is, find the average power supplied by each source. Okay. So what is the average power supplied by left hand side voltage source? That is V20 at an angle of 0 degree. How much?
50 watt.
50 watts. Okay. So it will be Vm Im by 2 into cos of theta minus phi. You can calculate. So V, you know, 20. Im is I1, you have to consider 11.8 into cos of 0 minus of minus 63 divided by 2. You can do that. Okay. So if you do that, you are going to get 50 watts. You have used that same formula, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So power delivered by this source, if they are asking, simply Vm into maximum value of I1 phasor into cos of theta minus phi divided by 2. If you do that, you are going to get the power delivered by source on the left hand side, which is 20 at an angle of 0 degrees. So 50 watts is the power delivered. Okay, let's see that. Okay, so the average power absorbed by each of the reactive element is 0, that we have already discussed, and the power delivered by the 20 volts source is 50 watts. Okay, so it's the same thing, Vm Im by 2 into cos of theta minus phi, right? So if you do that, you are going to get 50 watts. Okay, so power from the source is 50 watts. Power consumed by the resistor is 25 watts. So what about the remaining 25 watts? Where it is going?
Observed by right source.
Resistance.
Okay,
Resistance.
so it should. So that remaining 25 watts should be absorbed by some other element within your circuit. So inductance and capacitance cannot absorb power, and only resistor can absorb, and it was absorbed to be 25 watts alone. So the power absorbed by the other source, which is on the right hand side, which is 10 at an angle of some degrees they have given, that should be equal to 25 watts. Remember, it is the power absorbed is equals to 25 watts and power delivered will be minus 25 watts. Right. So it's the same thing. You can apply this formula Vm what you have applied for the first source, same thing you can apply Vm by 2 into cos of theta minus phi. If you do that, you will get P absorbed by the 10 volt source will be 25 watts. If I ask you what is the supply, it should be minus 25 watts. Okay, so did everyone try doing this or not?
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Okay.
Sir, one
What is
doubt,
your
sir. We had that resistor, no, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, can we use the same thing, sir? Half Vm Im cos half angle V minus I, sir, for that?
Yeah, this same formula Vm Im by 2 into cos of angle of voltage minus angle of current you can use. But remember, in that scenario, the voltage should be the voltage across the resistor. Okay, it's not the source voltage. Since you are talking about the power absorbed by the resistor alone, you should have the phasor voltage across the resistor and phasor current which is flowing into the resistor. Okay, you understood, na?
Yes, sir. Can we
That's
say the voltage across 2 will be 20 at an angle 0 minus 10 at an angle 0, sir?
no. How you can say that? No, that is wrong. If you want to find out that, you have to find out voltage at this point. Okay, how to do that is, you know the current I1, you know the current I2. That means you have calculated I1 minus I2 now. Okay, so what will be the voltage across this? V is simply I into
V
R.
minus 0 equals to 2 into I1 minus I2. That's it, sir?
No, you have I1 minus I2 na. This is 5 at an angle of minus 90. Right. So this is the current flowing through the resistor from top to bottom. Correct, na?
Yes, sir. I understood, sir.
So
We should take two into I1 phasor minus I2 phasor. That's it, sir.
Yeah. I1 minus I2 phasor will give you the current flowing in the 2 ohms resistor from top to bottom. Okay. Simply multiply that current with 2 because V is equals to I into R. I you know, I phasor you know, R you know, which is 2 ohms. So simply it will be 10 at an angle of minus 90 degrees. That will be the voltage at this point. Okay. Right. So voltage at, okay. So you have to approach this method. You can't simply say that this 20 minus this 10 divided by, okay, so you can't do that. So since you know the current, simply multiply with resistor, then you will get V. So from that V, if you want, you can use the previous formula Vm Im by 2 into cos of theta minus 5. Okay. So that will also give you 25 watts only. Is it clear to everyone how to solve this?
Clear, sir.
Okay. So the power delivered by the source from the left hand side is actually deposited into two elements. One is resistor and the other one is second source. The power absorbed or the average power absorbed by inductive reactance or capacitive reactance is 0. Okay. Right. Okay. So these are some problems for your practice I have given here. But anyway, I will send on tutorial sheet, I mean on practice question paper. So in that maybe I will write this. So if you solve that, that is enough. Okay. Right. So let's see. Okay. So time is up. So that's it for today. Okay. So I will try to send some practice problems. Okay. So maybe today I will send, so you can practice those problems. Okay. Right. So that's it for today. So tomorrow, I think there may be a holiday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow is
About
Christmas.
that.
So
Did you have a holiday tomorrow?
so that I am guessing there will be a holiday, but it should be decided by the institute. So they will send you mail if there is holiday, they will send you mail. So when there is holiday, there is no class. Okay.
Okay,
Right. So by today evening, they will send you mail mostly. Okay. Right. So we'll meet back on Monday morning. Okay. Right. And next week, mostly you will have exam also. I will send mail related to that also. For DC circuits alone, we will have one exam first, and then we will have one more exam for AC circuits. Okay. Anyway, I will once I decide, I will send you the mail, proper mail and timing, everything. Okay. Fine. Okay, then you can leave now. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Answer.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Out. Okay. Okay.